It's your boy Rodd.D, Bentonville, South Carolina. You know, rock with Famous Republic, Takeoff, 31. Um, got my EP, Hanger 31, coming out August 31st. Make sure y'all get that. Whole project produced by Sky's Music. Yeah, the homie Sky.
Can you explain
Oh, that's a good shot.
how y'all meet?
Oh, well, they were, accepting, demos, the label. I was just up sending off some material, and the owner of the label, KB, he was like, yo, I love your music. Let's talk. We had we talked about it on the phone. We chopped it up a little bit. He explained everything, and the best part is, they're allowing me to be myself. You know what I mean? They're not, they ain't trying to control me as an artist. They let me do what I do because they hear my message and they see that, all this is real. You know what I mean? You can't fuck with what's real. You know what I mean? So, and then he passed the music along to Skies, because they're like brothers. You know what I mean? So, and Skies heard it, and then I found out Skies made beats. He sent me a couple through. And then because he owns Takeoff, so he heard it and he heard "Cooling You." That was off like the first mixtape I put out, "Blown Behind." He heard the "Cooling You" and he was like, "Man, that's some real soulful shit." You know what I'm saying? And he really liked that shit. So, you know what I mean? And he heard that shit and he was like, "Yo, you don't sound like some nigga who just need to be making music to make it." You know what I'm saying? He was like, you got a message you can get out to people. You know what I'm saying? So, and we chopped it up, and he sent me Quest, the last thing that I released. Y'all can go check that out right now on Rodd.D and I sent, he sent me the beat. I did the track and I sent it back to him, and he was like, "Yo, let's do a project." You know what I'm saying? Like, he was like, "Yo, I can hear a project, a really good project that'll be, that'll be crazy." You know what I'm saying? And it sounds different too, you know what I'm saying? So, and we've been working on it ever since, you know what I mean? And I'm actually with Takeoff recordings, and in Famous Republic, that's the team right there. So, it's all just a collaborative, um, project, so to speak.
So can you say that's when you started to take your music seriously?
I mean, no. It's not. I mean, as far as like what you do inside the music industry, you know what I'm saying? As far as that go, anybody can just go do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I wanted to actually take my time and make sure I was, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to better my craft. You know what I'm saying? And all that patience, finally paid off, and now it's time. You know what I'm saying? Take off. You know what I mean? That's how it is. Shit.
What message do you hope to convey with your music or through your music?
What message? I mean, just live your life. You know what I mean? Be happy. Do what you want. You know what I'm saying? You gotta see shit for what it is. You know what I'm saying? Just be you. You know what I'm saying? You only get one life. You know what I mean? Do your thing. You know what I'm saying? But don't, get caught up in what everybody tell you. You gotta see the truth. You know what I mean? And shit that I've seen, shit that I know, that I relay in my music. You know what I'm saying? That could, spark that, that like influence. You know what I mean? So,
Let's talk about some of your influences.
My influences. Well, I mean my biggest influences. You mean musically?
Yeah.
I mean musically, my biggest influences. Probably, Cudi. course, my brother, you know, Twan, Picasso, shout out to the homie. And my nigga Keith, just Keith. Niggas don't know shit about Keith yet, though. Niggas don't know shit about Keith yet, but, you know, shout out to the homie Keith. Yeah, you know, mainly those three as far as music goes. You know what I mean? They're my biggest influence, you know. Why I try to get better at my art, you know what I'm saying? They're my competition, you know, that I look at. And we all pushing each other to get better. You know what I mean? So you gotta that's what your biggest influence are. Whatever pushes you the most, that's your influence. And the niggas push me the most, so. Damn, he cut you.
I noticed you talk about your brother has been one of the people that push you. What do you admire about his music, and what do you admire about him personally?
I admire that it's real because I know him. You know what I'm saying? Grew up in the same house, you know. So when I listen to what he says, and I can be like, oh shit, yeah, you right, because I was there. You know what I'm saying? That shit real. You know what I'm saying? So that's the connection we have with our music. You know what I'm saying? When I listen to Twan, I know that shit real. You know what I mean? So.
How has it impacted your music?
Trash. I mean, I've always looked up to my brother. You know what I mean? Always. You know what I'm saying? Back whenever we took, when it was basketball. You know what I'm saying? I hoop, he hoop. He was my big brother. You know what I'm saying? And he used to call me Lil Twan. That shit was cool for a little bit. I didn't like that shit after a while. Like, that shit started getting whack. But I was just like, I mean, whatever it is he did, you know, to get better, because I saw him getting better, whatever it is he did, I wanted to do that. Like, twice as more, you know what I'm saying? Whatever it is he doing, I'm gonna do the same shit. You know what I'm saying? Not as far as what he wanna be, but seeing that drive, you know what I'm saying? And us growing up in the same house, you know, we brothers, that shit bounce off each other, you know what I'm saying? And then we made the same transition in the music, you know? I hear him getting better, you know what I'm saying? I know I'm a little brother, but, you know, I can't let him, you know what I'm saying? We gotta push each other, you know what I mean? And that's what's gonna make everything better. You know what I'm saying? Seeing two artists at their best every time, you know what I mean? That's when it's the best, you know what I mean? Oh, hell no, man. Hell no. Who lost, bruh?
How you
Fuck y'all, man.
How you feel about
I could.
his album Power that just dropped? Like, you're talking about the growth, like.
To hear, like, it's how, like, the shit is mad real, you know what I'm saying? And it's like if you listen to it, it's like something that can push you to do whatever it is you're doing, you know what I'm saying? If you can understand whatever it is he's talking about, you know, you can be great, you know what I'm saying? Do your shit, you know what I'm saying? Power. It's the name of the tape, you know what I'm saying? You just gotta understand that. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? You gotta hear that shit, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, that's my brother. I grew up in the same house. I know what he talking about, you know what I mean?
So kind of take us.
Yo, you saw it, dog. You trash.
Can you take us through your writing process a little bit?
Oh man, that motherfucker. I mean, I write in. It depends, man. Depends on how I'm doing the beat or something like that. But I'll just when I hear a beat, I like come up with what I see. You know what I mean? When I hear the beat, I just be like, damn, what kind of movie can I see to this beat right here? You know what I'm saying? And sometimes I have to build songs from like the bottom up. Like it's like sometimes I write verses backwards at times. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes I could just, depending on how my creativity is flowing, I can just write a verse. You know what I'm saying? Like that. But I'm such a perfectionist. You know what I'm saying? That shit changes up. So I got a weird ass writing process. That shit crazy, but that shit is. It can get frustrating though, dog. That shit can get real frustrating. But anybody that write, you know what I'm saying, and you know, to where it can be understood, where you can relay a message. They're perfectionists like that too, because you know what I'm saying. It takes time to deliver a message to somebody when you're, you know, rapping to them. You know what I'm saying, but You know what I'm saying? I'm just talking to you. I ain't rapping. I'm just talking to you.
What's the motivation behind your music?
Every day. Whatever it is I go through in 24 hours, that's exactly what I talk about. Simple as that. You know what I'm saying? That's where the real, the authentic, you know, messages come from. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. They're going to the captain.
One time, I'm so soulful, man. Take off, baby, for public. Nigga, we love it. Yeah.
Let's get 'em. Hey.
I'm so soulful, man. Throwing all my passion and Pro Tools there. I recite a plan, trying to cop me a coupe.